Hope is an incredible thing. Um, about 4 months ago, I was watching a fairly well-known MMA personality, former wrestler. He was giving an interview on a podcast, and he was talking about these concepts. He was talking about the concepts of gratitude and abundance. And these are concepts that a friend of mine, an associate of mine, my business coach and a mentor of mine talks about all the time. And I thought to myself, it would be really cool if this guy that I know interviewed this guy whom I'm watching now on this podcast on his podcast. So I text him, I say, hey, you should interview this guy. And he said, I'd love to set it up. And, I don't know, or I didn't know the guy that I was watching. And I almost responded, well, I don't actually know him. But I said, hold on a second. I'm not going to respond. Maybe there's a way for me to get to this guy and ask him if he'll do an interview with this other guy and, make this happen. Why not? So I called a friend of mine who's a former college wrestler. And I said, hey, I'm trying to get to this person. Do you know anybody, in this college program or any way that I can get to him? He said, I don't, but call this guy whom we both know because he, lives in this state and he might know people from that college program where this guy wrestled. So I called the second guy and he's like, well, I don't know. I don't know him, but one of my assistant coaches wrestled in this program and he might know him. So he connects me with that guy. And I call that guy and we talk and, we go back and forth. And a couple months later, he gives me the phone number of the guy that I'm trying to get to. And that was like Friday or Thursday. And, then a voicemail and a couple of texts later, and the interview is in process of being arranged. So basically, it took 3 or 4 months, but it was well worth it. And it was all because I decided to say, maybe I can. So I think it's incredibly cool. And it's definitely something that I would have in the past not believed in myself enough to do. But I guess I'm at this point where it's like, why not? What do I have to lose? I have nothing to lose by trying to put myself, in the path of this other person and ask him to do something. So the ability to have the hope that would happen and the faith in myself that I can make that happen is all the difference, right? I mean, I didn't know that I could make it happen, but I was like, I'm willing to try and, why not? Let's give it a shot. Like there is literally nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I'm glad I gave myself that shot. And also the person, my mentor business coach that's going to do this interview, he could probably get to this guy by himself without me. But the fact that he allowed me to do it is everything. So, thank you to him. And thank you to, my own just ability to say, why not? I can do it. And I want to give it a shot. So, hope is, people like to say hope isn't a strategy. I mean, fair enough, but hope is definitely a critical piece of success.